How's it going? This is my pond. No pump needed. If you hadn't seen that video, I'll leave a link in the description below. But I'm just going to show you how to maintain this thing. I've had this thing right around 6 years. Stopped fishing it. It doesn't need a pump. It's its own environment, so no pump needed. You can see there's fish in there. They're fine in the winter. You don't have to worry about them. I don't even have to feed them. Like I said, this thing is its own environment. And I'll show you what I do to maintain this thing. It's spring. Had a very mild winter. As you can see, there wasn't much, there's not much space for the fish in there. If you can see the fish going around, there's a little glare. But yeah, there's some leaves and stuff that have gotten in there. And just the root ball of the lily has really grown over the past year. So I'm going to pull it out right now. So all you need are these two things to clean out this pond. That's going to get really dirty. It's not going to bother the fish too much. So I use this to kind of pick up the root ball here. If you have a liner or whatever, don't make sure not to stab down in it. You might stab that. So all you're going to do is get all that sludge and stuff out of here. I'll show you something interesting here in a second. Fairly well. Now if you look here, the water is of course going to get all, you can't even see the fish. That's why I use this. So if I lift up the leaves, the fish could go through there. And sometimes you'll find some tadpoles in the bottom stuff. So always search through there, and just, if you like the frogs, you could throw the tadpoles back in the water. You want to do this because if you get too much of this in there, the fish won't have anywhere to go. If, say, a predatory bird comes down and wants to feed out your pond, the fish can't get down low enough in the water to stay away, hide from the birds. So that's why you want to do this. You want to have some lily or some sort of plant life in here, just so they can hide under that. Now you might be asking how long I've had these fish. I had to replace the fish one time because that's what happened. A bird came in and ate most of the fish. I'm assuming it was a bird. It could have been a raccoon. But yeah, I've had the current fish in there. I've had them for 2 years, and all I get is comets, which are generically this just goldfish. They're the feeder fish that you get. They're only like 20 cents or less. So if you start this out on one about this size, I would get probably about 12 fish, and some of them are going to probably die off right off the bat. But then after a week, if they've survived, they'll live for years in here. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below. That's basically it. I've gotten most of the leaves out of there. This will all settle down in about an hour. I'm going to throw this lily back in there. There wasn't a big root ball like there was last year, but you could see some leaves already starting to come up as it's getting a little bit warmer out here. It's about 50 degrees right now. I'm going to show you my other pond. So this is my other pond. I've had about 4 years, so I made this after the other one. You could see the fish around in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean this one up as well. You might be asking why this little bamboo is here. I've had a chipmunk die in here before, so I wanted to put something so they could actually swim out of there, get out. And I had a baby rabbit in here too. Baby rabbit probably couldn't have gotten out, but the chipmunk could have, so I'll just leave that in there. So if something, the critter does fall down in there, it can kind of escape. Now get off there, fish. Alright, so there's my lily. Just going to put this aside. That's going to go back in. All we're going to do is clean out all those leaves. Get all those air bubbles come up. Get all that slime. Put that over the side here. Yeah. Okay, so here's a tadpole. Like I was saying, thought when all those air bubbles, I thought I might find some. So see, you'll get little tadpoles like this. Oops. Let me focus in on that so you can see it. You get little tadpoles that will be hidden down in the leaves. So you kind of go through the leaves and then just throw them back in there. But let's continue on. See how many I find. I think one time I had like 20 or so in here. So let's get that. I didn't have as many frogs last year as I did the years before. Kind of like the frogs in there. Some people don't like them because they're making noise at night, keeping you awake. But I kind of like it. It's kind of soothing. It's very easy. And like I said, you don't have to feed these fish. I do maybe just twice a year, just a little bit, just for kicks. But this is all self-contained. You've got plants, you've got animals or fish pooping in the water, making the plants grow. You've got insects falling in the water. You've got the plants that the fish can eat off of. You've got the oxygen that the plants are making is in the water. It's just the same as like having a big pond. So, all right. But this, I almost picked up a fish there. Another fatty there. See him? Back in the water. All right, there you have it. Just let the water sit, and it will be clear here in about an hour. All that sediment will settle back down, and we'll put our lily back in. Which is, you saw there was already some leaves starting to grow on that. But last year the root ball grew at the bottom and was super huge, so I had to cut it in half. They're not nearly as big as they were last year, so just every couple of years you have to cut that root ball in half if there's a big root ball on the bottom. But that's fine. That's great right there, and it will do very well this coming spring and summer. And the fish, the frogs, our family will enjoy this. It's a great little pond. You should go ahead and make one for yourself. No pump needed. Totally self-contained. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe. I've got other like household type videos, and also I do a lot of photography videos that you might be interested in. Thanks for watching.